Hi, good evening. My name is Jennifer Brown. Actually, my last name is Lindsay. I got married, but I've never changed my last name with UT Tyler. So anyways, this is my first video response to our first discussion question for our small group. So it will eventually be nice to see all of your faces. And I wanted to start tonight. The prompt that we're supposed to talk about this week is comparing and contrasting light coaching versus heavy coaching, and how coaching should really focus on more deep coaching and learning. So this week, obviously, I was reading the assigned readings, the different chapters in both of the books, The Impact Cycle, and also, I have both of the books right here with me so that I could refer back to them, and Coaching Approaches and Perspectives. So these are kind of my thoughts on the deep coaching versus the light coaching and when to use both. I know that in my experience, this is my second year as a teacher, I have two coaching relationships at my school. The first one is with our reading specialist, and the second one is with our RET specialist, who's also a reading specialist, but she's at our school through a grant. And the one thing that I realized as I was reading through this is that both of those relationships that I have experience with firsthand are most definitely they're light coaching. They're shallow. There's not any kind of deep one-on-one relationship based on trust where you're really trying to get to improve your teaching and improve student outcomes, which is what the whole meaning of deep coaching is. So as far as the questions go for tonight and how I relate those, what I see is light coaching. I liked in the book where in the Coaching Approaches and Perspectives, they were talking about on page 25 that it is okay to use a mix of heavy and light coaching. But that if you want to dig down to the heart of the matter, if you want to make your teaching practices better, if you want to help your students become better learners, then you really have to employ deep coaching. But it said on page 25 that you could start with light coaching, getting to know somebody, building a relationship, because in my opinion, if you're truly going to have a successful coaching relationship, there has to be trust. I know that a lot of times, and myself included, teachers think of coaching as a gotcha. It's like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to ask for help because then they're going to think that I have a problem, and they're just telling me that I need a coach because they think what I'm doing is wrong. When in reality, if it's used properly, that's certainly not the case. So I think that light coaching is a good way to start. You meet somebody, you build that relationship for the first couple of weeks. You get to know them, you get to know their classroom, you get to know their students, their needs, their likes, their wants. You're building a relationship based on trust, but then, like they said in the book, you really have to go to deep coaching. That's where the learning and the growth is going to occur for you as a teacher. And then once you get that clarity, then you can pass that on and your student outcomes are going to improve. I think of that in terms of myself. Like, I'm a first grade teacher, so reading is a really big focus in my classroom. And I have 19 students right now. Out of those 19 students, 14 of them are extremely below grade level in reading. And I look and I think about that relationship of deep versus heavy coaching. And I think that if you were looking at light coaching, you would have somebody come in. They would give you a few strategies for how to improve your small groups, how to do this. And, maybe, here's a poster, here's something. Let me be your friend. Let me hold your hand, that kind of thing. And that's kind of the relationship that I have right now in my school with the two coaches that we have there. If it were deep coaching, which would really, really, really help my students improve and help me become a better teacher, because like I said, this is only my second year, you would work with a coach, you would do the deep coaching, you would identify the question, you would take one central issue, you would really, really, really drill down on that, and you would get to the heart of it. And to me, that's what deep coaching is. When I look at the book, and when I was reading about the impact cycle, actually, one of the things that they talked about was the actual cycle of coaching, like to identify a problem and then learn about it and then improve. If you were to take that model, and in the identify stage, you could have a light coaching relationship where you're building the trust. And then during the learning stage, though, you could start to switch over to the deep coaching. Then that is going to really help you as a teacher improve. And that's the ultimate goal of a coaching relationship. And I think that that is going to be a lot more beneficial in the long run to a teacher, even especially teachers like myself who are new and can use the help. A deep coaching relationship is going to improve your teaching, and it's also therefore your student outcomes are going to improve. So anyways, those are my thoughts about heavy coaching versus light coaching, and the importance of focusing on deep learning and deep coaching, because that really gets to the heart of the issue, and that's where we want to be. That's where true growth in both the teacher and the students is going to occur, and that's the job of the coach. So thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing yours and the responses by Sunday.